Khan was born in Lahore on 5 October 1952. He is the only son of Akramaloofa Khan NIAZI, a civil engineer, and his wife Shaukat Khanum, and has 4 sisters. Long settled in Mainawali in northwestern Punjab, his paternal family are of Pashtun descent and belong to the NIAZI tribe, and one of his ancestors, Hybat Khan NIAZI, in the 16th century, was one of Sher Shah Suri's leading generals. As Khan's mother was of warmer descent, who are a separate ethnic group but are included in the Pashtun tribal system, and whose ancestors had been settled in the Jalandhari district of Punjab for centuries. Following the independence and establishment of Pakistan, she migrated to Lahore with the rest of Khan's maternal relatives. Khan's maternal family has produced a number of cricketers, including those who have represented Pakistan, such as his cousins Javed Burki and Majid Khan. Maternally, Khan is also a descendant of the Sufi warrior poet and inventor of the Pashto alphabet, Pir Roshan, who hailed from his maternal family's ancestral Kaniguram town located in South Waziristan in Pir Pakhtunkhwa. His maternal family was based in Basti Danishmandan, Jalandhari for about 600 years. A quiet and shy boy in his youth, Khan grew up with his sisters in relatively affluent, upper-middle-class circumstances and received a privileged education. He was educated at the HSN College and Cathedral School in Lahore, and then the Royal Grammar School, Worcester in England, where he excelled at cricket. In 1972, he enrolled in Keble College, Oxford, where he studied philosophy, politics and economics. Graduating an enthusiast for college cricket at Keble, Paul Hayes was instrumental in securing the admission of Khan after he had been turned down by Cambridge. On 21 June 1995, Khan married Jemima Goldsmith in a civil ceremony at the Richmond Registry Office in England. Jemima converted to Islam upon marriage. The couple have 2 sons, Suman and Qasim. On 22 June 2004, it was announced that the couple had divorced, ending the 9-year marriage because it was difficult for Jemima to adapt life in Pakistan. In January 2015, Khan married a British Pakistani journalist Rahim Khan in a private nikah ceremony at his residence in Islamabad. On 22 October, they announced their intention to file for divorce. Khan married to Bushra Bibi, and according to Khan, his life has been influenced by Sufism for 3 decades, and this is what drew him closer to his wife. Khan resides in his sprawling farmhouse at Bani Gala. In November 2009, Khan underwent emergency surgery at Lahore's Shaukat Khanum Cancer Hospital to remove an obstruction in his small intestine. Khan made his first debut at the age of 16 in Lahore. By the start of the 1970s, he was playing for his home teams of Lahore 1969-70, Lahore B 1969-70, Lahore Greens in 1970-71 and, eventually, Lahore in 1970-71. Khan was part of the University of Oxford's Blues cricket team during the 1973-1975. He played English county cricket from 1971 to 1976 for Worcestershire. During this decade, other teams represented by Khan included Dawood Industries in 1975-1976 and Pakistan International Airlines in 1975-1976 to 1980-1981. From 1983 to 1988, he played for Sussex. Khan made his Test cricket debut against England in June 1971 at Edgbaston. 3 years later, in August 1974, he debuted in the one-day international ODI match, once again playing against England at Trent Bridge for the Prudential Trophy. After graduating from Oxford and finishing his tenure at Worcestershire, he returned to Pakistan in 1976 and secured a permanent place on his native national team starting from the 1976-1977 season, during which they faced New Zealand and Australia. Following the Australian series, he toured the West Indies, where he met Tony Greig, who signed him up for Kerry Packer's World Series cricket. His credentials as one of the fastest bowlers in the world started to become established when he finished third at 139.7 km in a fast bowling contest at Perth in 1978, behind Jeff Thomson and Michael Holding, but ahead of Dennis Lillee, Garth LaRue and Andy Roberts. During the late 1970s, Khan was one of the pioneers of the reverse swing bowling technique. He imparted this trick to the bowling duo of Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis, who mastered and popularized this art in later years. As a bowler, Khan initially bowled with a relatively chest-on action at medium pace. However, he worked hard to remodel his action to a more classical type and to strengthen his body to enable fast bowling. Khan attained his prime as a fast bowler in January 1980 till 1988 when he became an out-fast bowler. During this span, Imran picked 236 test wickets at 17.77 apiece with 18 5-wicket hauls and 5 10-wicket hauls. His bowling average and strike rate were better than Richard Hadlee 19.3, Malcolm Marshall 20.20, Dennis Lillee 24.7, Joel Garner 20.6. In January 1983, playing against India, he attained a test bowling rating of 922 points. Although calculated retrospectively, International Cricket Council (ICC) player ratings did not exist at the time. Khan's form and performance during this period ranks third in the ICC all-time test bowling rankings. Khan achieved the all-rounders triple, securing 3,000 runs and 300 wickets in 75 tests, the second fastest record behind Ian Botham's 72. He also has the second highest all-time batting average of 61.86 for a test batsman playing at position 6 in the batting order. He played his last test match for Pakistan in January 1992 against Sri Lanka at Faisalabad. Khan retired permanently from cricket 6 months after his last ODI, the historic 1992 World Cup final against England in Melbourne, Australia. He ended his career with 88 test matches, 126 innings, and scored 3,807 runs at an average of 37.69, including 6 centuries and 18 50s. His highest score was 136. As a bowler, he took 300. In ODIs, he played 175 matches and scored 3,709 runs at an average of 33.41. His highest score was 102 not out. His best ODI bowling was 6 wickets for 14 runs, a record for the best bowling figures by any bowler in an ODI innings in a losing cause. At the height of his career, in 1982, the 30-year-old Khan took over the captaincy of the Pakistan cricket team from Javed Miandad. As a captain, Khan played 48 test matches, of which 14 were won by Pakistan, 8 lost, and the remaining 26 were drawn. He also played 139 ODIs, winning 77, losing 57, and ending one in a tie. During the 1990s, Khan also served as UNICEF's special representative for sports and promoted health and immunization programs in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. While in London, he also works with the Lord's Taverners, a cricket charity. Khan focused his efforts solely on social work. By 1991, he had founded the Shaukat Khanum Memorial Trust, a charity organization bearing the name of his mother, Mrs. Shaukat Khanum. As the trust's maiden endeavor, Khan established Pakistan's first and only cancer hospital, constructed using donations and funds exceeding $25 million, raised by Khan from all over the world. On 27 April 2008, Khan established a technical college in the Mainawali district called Namal College. It was built by the Mainawali Development Trust AHMED and is an associate college of the University of Bradford in December 2005. Imran Khan Foundation is another welfare work, which aims to assist needy people all over Pakistan. It has provided help to flood victims in Pakistan. Baksh Foundation has partnered with the Imran Khan Foundation to light up villages in Dera Ghazi Khan. It is Mainawali and Dera Ismail Khan under the project Lighting a Million Lives. The campaign will establish several solar charging stations in the selected off-grid villages and will provide villagers with solar lanterns, which can be regularly charged at the solar charging stations.